Presenting the Northwest Bank Wildcat News with the Bolt's Emily Magus. News from the Humboldt schools presented every Wednesday at this time by Northwest Bank. And now, here's Emily.
Good morning, this is 97.7 The Bolt, and it is time for Wildcat News, and I'm joined by Greg Thomas this morning. We've got so many different activities coming up in the next couple of months, it's crazy. We will start out with sports, I guess, and he was just saying that the girls' basketball will be starting out pretty quickly here, right?
Yeah, Emily, good morning. Girls and boys basketball and wrestling at the high school and middle school levels. Practice has already started. The girls' high school team started practice last Monday on the 9th, and every year we play in a jamboree, which is a half of basketball, and a couple years ago we moved down to the Iowa Central Community College jamboree, and we play down there this Thursday, tomorrow night, and we're going to play Eagle Grove at 5:30 at the Iowa Central campus. So that'll be the first action with our girls playing. Then our opener for the season is next Tuesday, November 24th at Pocahontas, and that's a 9th grade game starting at 4:45 with the JV at 6:15 and the varsity to follow the JV game. So triple header at Pocahontas next Tuesday, and our North Central Conference opener is Friday, December 4th at Iowa Falls, Alden. JV games will start at 4:30 at Iowa Falls, and then the varsity girls game will start at 6:15, followed by the varsity boys game. Our varsity boys got started with practice. They started 2-a-days this Monday, the 16th, and their jamboree will also be at Iowa Central, and that is on Saturday, November 28th, and we're going to play Pocahontas at 1:45 at Iowa Central gymnasium. Our opener for the boys is December 1st when we travel. It's a girl-boy game. We travel to Manson, Northwest Webster, and the girls' JV game starts at 3:45. The JV boys game will be at 5, and then 6:15 for the varsity girls and 7:45 for the varsity boys. Our North Central Conference opener for the boys is December 4th at Iowa Falls, Alden, and like I mentioned earlier, the JV games start at 4:30, and varsity starts at 6:15. Most of our conference games are going to be a JV varsity quads. In some places, the JV games, both JV games will start at the same time in two separate gyms at 4:30. For all of our home JV games, all of our home quads, the JV girls game will be at 3:45 in the high school gym, followed by the JV boys, followed by the varsity girls, followed by the varsity boys. So admission is $5, kindergarten through adult. So you can get a lot of basketball action for $5. You can get 4 ball games in for $5. On the road, like I said, you'll just have to kind of watch the calendar and to find out if the JV games start at 3:45 or 4:30.
All right. And then we've got wrestling to talk about.
Well, I just also wanted to mention 9th grade basketball. Our 9th grade girls and boys games, they are played on Mondays and Thursdays primarily, and most of those are 6:30 starts. But we are into the wrestling season also. Obviously, the North Central Conference and Humboldt have proud wrestling tradition. It's big in this area. So our home wrestling opener is a date change. We were going to wrestle Esterville Lincoln Central on the Thursday the 3rd. We moved it to Tuesday the 1st. So our first wrestling match is going to be Tuesday, December 1st at 6 o'clock, and we've changed that to a double duel with it's here at Humboldt High School gymnasium, and we wrestle Esterville Lincoln Central and Roland Story. And then on Friday, December 4th, is our 3rd annual Joe Fitch Wrestling Invitational, and that starts at 4:30. Most of our wrestling meets, if it's just a single duel, starts at 6:30 with the JV wrestling first. When we have double duels, those start at 6 o'clock, and the JV will be on one mat, and the varsity meets will be on the other mat. And typically what we have is the host team will wrestle the team that travels the furthest first. So that's how you can kind of rule of thumb who's going to wrestle when. The North Central Conference wrestling meet this year is at Hampton Dumont on Saturday, January 23rd. And sectional and district assignments are already out for wrestling. We will wrestle at Garner for sectionals on Saturday, February 6th. And then the district wrestling tournament will be held at Webster City on February 13th. and along with all of our winter sports, cheerleading. Obviously, the practices have begun for cheerleading, and they'll be supporting all the teams. As far as middle school sports go, we have basketball and wrestling going on for those. They're in their third week of practice. Almost all of our middle school basketball games and wrestling meets will be in our middle school gym. There are a couple of times where we move. I know we have one middle school wrestling meet that's going to be a big meet that we're going to move into the high school gym and utilize more mats up there. But all of our indoor middle school activities start at 4:15 for basketball and wrestling. The middle school girls' first game is next Monday, November 23rd. The 7th grade girls travel to St. Ed's, and the 8th grade girls host St. Ed's. Like I said, again, that's at 4:15. Our middle school boys' first action is the next day, Tuesday, November 24th. The 7th grade boys travel to St. Ed's, and the 8th grade boys host St. Ed's. Wrestling, most of them are going to be on Tuesdays. Tuesday, December 1st, is our middle school opener, and we travel to St. Edmund to wrestle St. Ed's, Iowa Falls, Alden, and Webster City, and that starts at 4:15. The one calendar change for the middle school wrestling, we did move December 8th, Tuesday, December 8th, has been moved to Monday, December 7th to utilize the high school gym and we're going to be, like I said, we're going to be in the high school gym at 4:15 because we have Hampton, Dumont, Algona, Webster City, and Boone, along with our Humboldt wrestlers in there. So the best thing to do if you're going to come out and watch, we encourage you all to come out and watch. Check our website for any schedule changes. A lot of times weather dictates some weather changes, or if we add a team and we need a larger facility or something like that, we change location sometimes. So double check go to www.humboldt.k12.ia.us, click on calendars, and then click on activities, and you should be able to find the information you need. Any weather-related postponements or cancellations, you can keep your radio dial to 97.7 The Bolt. You can also, if you call the high school, Julie Nielsen can help you get set up for text or email alerts for any changes to schedules. And then the weather hotline, the Wildcat weather hotline, is 332-9700, and we try to get all of our announcements, weather-related announcements, on Channel 13 TV. And just another note of interest, the Booster Club pie auctions that are held annually. The Booster Club basketball pie auction will be January 15th when we play Clear Lake, and that'll be between the girls and the boys varsity games. And our wrestling pie auction will be Thursday, December 17th, when we wrestle Clarion Goldfield Dows, Webster City, and Pocahontas, and that will be after the Clarion Goldfield Dows wrestling duel. So.
All right, awesome. So lots of things going on there with the sports. We're going to take a quick break here on 97.7 The Bolt, and we'll be back to talk more about all of the different winter activities going on at Humboldt.
Hi, this is Corey Matson with Northwest Bank. There's a special pride in owning and managing your own business or farm operation. There should also be a special relationship between the customer and their financial institution. At Northwest Bank, we believe our purpose is to help you reach your goals. Come experience the difference. Great rates, great products, and superior service that is a commitment you can bank on. Stop in and see us at Northwest Bank, 801 Sumner Avenue, or call us at 332-1840. Northwest Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is 97.7 The Bolt. We are back here with Wildcat News, brought to you by Northwest Bank, and I'm joined by Greg Thomas this morning. We just talked about all of the different sport activities going on, and now we've got some different clubs that, of course, have some events coming up this winter. I'll let Greg talk about those.
As we transition from fall to winter, we do have a lot of activities, not only just sports going on. Our high school robotics team is in its third year, and it's coached by Mr. Ryan Bowman. And we'll be hosting a robotics competition. We hosted one last year. It was a very interesting, eye-opening experience for everybody that attended. And I know Mr. Bowman will be calling and asking for some volunteers here pretty soon. And we encourage people to come up and if you can't volunteer, come up for an hour or so and watch our kids compete. But that will be on Saturday, January 23rd, and we're going to host that in the middle school gym this year. Obviously, we have our regular FFA, regular monthly meetings are still going on. Drill team is an activity that has been practicing all fall, even from the summer and all fall and coming into winter, and they're coming into their big competition season. And our drill team will compete at the state drill team down in Des Moines on December 3rd and 4th. And right now, we are scheduled to perform our 2 acts on Thursday, 3:45 p.m. on Thursday and 6:55 p.m. And the drill team's under the direction of Mrs. Chantel Ferdolfson, and the girls have been working really hard on the routines. They're also going to perform their routine on Monday, the November 30th, at our JV game to get some experience in front of a crowd on the gym floor. We do have district and large group speech coming up in January and February. Our high school jazz band practice is underway, and their first, we've got the NCIBA District Jazz Band Festival at Fort Dodge on Saturday, December 5th. Their graduation for our 5th graders is Monday, November 30th at 7 o'clock in the high school auditorium. And the last thing I have to talk about is all of our winter concerts coming up here in December. All of our winter concerts will be at 7 o'clock, and they're all held in the high school auditorium. The 4 concerts that we have on schedule, the Taft Winter Program will be Thursday, December 3rd. The 5th and 6th grade band concert is Thursday, December 10th. The middle school, the middle school holiday concert, the middle school holiday concert is December 10th, and that's 6th through 8th grade choir and 7th through 8th grade band. The 5th and 6th grade band concert is on Tuesday, December 8th. So my apologies there. So the 5th and 6th grade concert is Tuesday, December 8th, and the middle school holiday concert is Thursday, December 10th. And then we'll round out the concert season on Monday, December 14th, with the high school band and vocal concert. And if we do get any bad weather, that gives us a little cushion here as school doesn't get out for Christmas break until December 22nd to try to get a concert rescheduled. So a lot of things happening, a lot of kids involved in many things up at the high school and middle school, and it's just an exciting time. We encourage people to come out and support our teams and our activities, and go Wildcats.
Yes, definitely. You said it correct. And again, be sure to check the websites before you go out to events. Be sure to call the Wildcat hotline, check our station, check Channel 13. You definitely want to be keeping an eye on all of those different events, and we want you to be driving safely this winter. So thank you so much for joining me this Wednesday, Greg Thomas.
Thank you, Emily.
This has been the Northwest Bank Wildcat News Program, presented every Wednesday at this time by Northwest Bank.